So guys, before we get started, don't forget we do have that amazing discount code thanks to Tier 0 Games going on right now. And all you have to do is put in ZWGames5 to get 5% discount on your total order at tier0games.com. The links will be in the description below. What's up YouTube, down here for Z4 Games, bringing you an incredibly spicy update to Dark Magician. Now this one goes out to thanks to Joe, and of course there's an OCG profile that Joe showed me, and it kind of actually helped me inspire to get into a version of this deck. Now this deck is a budget and also has an incredibly powerful kind of win con or a boss monster in the deck. If you want to make it more Yugi based, you can swap it out. I'm trying to keep it all a secret, but we'll get to it as we go through the profile. So again, this is budget, this is without souls. You do not need souls. There is enough to deal with in this deck as is. So, without further ado, let's show you what we've got and build in to that extra hot spice. So, Triple Dark Magician. Straightforward, simple. Not much more really needs to be said about this guy right here. Any artwork you want. My personal preference is, of course, OG, or I am quite partial to this artwork as well. Absolutely love it. Triple Magician's Rod, most important and only normal summon of the deck which doesn't require a tribute. This gets you going, this gets you any card you need that lists Dark Magician. So this is part of the card combo, and I'll show you the 2-card combo towards the end of the video as well. That can search you or pretty much get you any card that you decide to stack to the top of your deck. We then play Double Apprentice, being able to search out Dark Magician to deck fin as well, not to mention the ability of using it as a hand trap to kind of protect your cards as well, give them a nice 2k boost. A lot of opponents don't actually consider the second effect unless it's on field, so if you hold this in hand you can actually catch them off guard quite easily. And then for the one-offs, we play the 1 Dark Magician, the 1 Dark Magician Girl and the 1 Palladium Oracle Mahad, purely because additional draw power, additional effects, and the fact that this can be stacked. And then 1 of the spice. If you want to make it more Yu-Gi related, by all means, you put the other one in here, but we are going with the 1 Obelisk the Tormentor. Now, yes, if you want to make it Yu-Gi based, you put in Slifer, but unfortunately, Obelisk is the best god that can be used or special summoned via the spicy spell card, which I'll show you right away without more delay. And that is the true name. Now this is an upstart for your deck that can add you any card you stack to the top of your deck with Circle. So from now on, if you open up this in a Circle, you no longer whiff. So if it is not a card that contains Dark Magician, it means you can add Eye of Timaeus now. Then you can special summon out of a god. Like, what? It does mean you can search Raw Sphere mode. So in a Spiral matchup, should they not know what this does, you can actually get this to search out of your Raw Sphere mode. You just go, okay, activate Circle, Circle stacks, or activate Soul Servant to stack, activate the true name, add the card that is on top of the deck, because you're going to know what it is, special summon out of God, or add Raw Sphere mode to your hand, and then you just go, Raw Sphere mode, 1, 2, 3, normal summon Rod, and start doing your plays, and start picking away their board. Very, very cool card, siding in Raw Sphere mode. The best thing is, you don't have to add or special summon the God. So, if you play Circle, for example, you can only play these 1 per turn, hard once per turn, but you activate Circle. Let's say you add a Dark Magician or a Dark Magician card from that Circle. You then activate the true name, call the card correctly on top of your deck, add that card to your hand. You've already added 2 of the cards you stacked with your Circle. Not to mention, if you've got a Servant in graveyard, you get to draw the card that you stacked, plus a fresh one as well, if you have Dark Magician Girl, or Oracle Mahad in the graveyard as well. Very, very cool card. And the reason we've done this with Obelisk is Obelisk can tribute himself and another monster to completely nuke your opponent's board. Other than that, he is a 4k beater. Now bear in mind, because he is special summoned, he will get sent to the graveyard in the end phase. That is not the end of the world. The idea is, one thing that the Dark Magician deck has always struggled with is having a beater above 3k. So this is where Obelisk comes into it. It can then be used as link fodder. It can't be targeted, which is also very, very nice. So if your opponent's got a board that can be destroyed, you tribute this and another card, completely wipe out your opponent's board, and then you can build back up from there as well. We do play Pot of Avarice in the deck, so you can shuffle it back into the deck and then resolve the true name more than once to special summon the god, but you can resolve it as many times as you like in different turns to add a card from the top of your deck. It's a very, very cool card. I love it. It is quite cheap, I think. I don't feel that it's hugely amount. I think I was picking mine up for like £2 each. And basically the way it works is you declare one card name, excavate the top card of your deck, and if it is the declared card, add it to your hand. Then you can add from your hand to your hand or special summon one divine monster from your deck. Otherwise, send it to the graveyard. You can only activate one of the true name per turn. So very, very cool card, very, very powerful. The only divines that you can use this on is, you can use them on all of them, but ideally you can only special summon Obelisk or Slifer, and you can only search, you can then search Ra or the Sphere mode. You can't special summon him, unfortunately. But being able to bring out Obelisk or 4K Beater in a Dark Magician deck is insane. And a card that makes this completely viable is Soul Servant, because Soul Servant lets you stack your deck as well. So if you don't open up Circle and you open up Servant and True Name, you can still perform the combo. Beautiful. And then of course we've got Triple Call by the Grave. Because it does add, we do not want to get ashed on the True Name. We don't want to get ashed on our navigation, and we don't want to get ashed on our Circle as well. We want all of these to be resolved as possible. Triple Circle, pretty staple in a Dark Magician deck. Double Secrets of Dark Magic. Single Magicalized Fusion, because again, stack it, search it, add it, done it. One Pot of Avarice, one Illusion Magic, one Monster Reborn, one Bond Between Teacher and Student, one Dark Burning Magic, one Dark Magic Inheritance, and one slightly searchable Eye of Timaeus. By that, if you from now on stack this to the top of your deck with your Circle, and you go, damn, my Circle whiffed, but I've got the True Name, you can actually add Eye of Timaeus. So slight search, you have to stack it, but you do get to add it. Now if you wanted to and you wanted to become more control, more stun, I would advise putting in Crackdowns, and I'd also advise putting in Secret Village of the Spellcaster. So you can easily do that, you can side into them if you want, and really, really stun your opponent down. Then for the traps, we've got triple Magician's Navigation, double Eternal Soul, and a single Magician's Combination. There you go. All straightforward on that one. Very, very powerful card. If you've got the Dark Magician and you've got the combination, you can just start protecting stuff as well. Especially if you, like in a later game state, if you've got the Dark Magician, Eternal Soul, or anything on board that can kind of set up your Obelisk play, then Obelisk completely nuke your opponent's board. If they try to negate it, you can combination with it as well. And then you're causing your opponent a lot of issues because you've cleared their board off and then you're going in for the attack. On to the extra deck, we've got double Crush Heap. Of course, this is the brand new card, about £4 a pop, annoyingly. Only a rare, but it is one of the last rares that we are going to receive. So what makes this card so cool is it's two monsters with different names. If a monster is special summoned to a zone this card points to, you apply the following effect in sequence based on the card types of the monsters that this card points to. Ritual, draw 2 cards, then discard 2 cards, which you can do if you play the Ritual version of Dark Magician. Fusion, special summon 1 level 4 or lower monster from your graveyard. Now obviously you're only going to have one target unless you've used your Super Poly. That turn and gone into Mud Dragon. Synchro, all monsters you control gain 700 attack. Again, can be done. And then XYZ, all monsters your opponent controls lose 700. So it gives you another way of getting past some beats as well if you go into the rank 7 play. You can cut this down to 1 if you want to, it's not a necessity. If you have, again, a bit more money, you can put the BLS link in here, or of course you can put in other cards that will be helpful to you. You could start playing around with a Borrow Sword or a Borrow Load as well if you want to. I've then got the one Link Spider. Obviously you loop Dark Magician off of this. The idea is you turn Dark Magician into this and go Spider. And I keep forgetting because I'm so used to Spider, but I'm actually going to grab it now. It's only when I've just revealed Spider I went, oh yeah, everyone keeps advising this for me. So for all of you out there that have watched the Dark Magician profiles and gone, dude, why are you playing Link Spider? Play this card instead. I'm so sorry. I keep forgetting to put it in. There we go. Straight away. He'll go straight in. So there you go. Boom. Sorry, Spider. Induct the World Chalice Dragon. Now the only difference between the two is that Spider points down, so you might actually want to keep Spider in for that example. But the Induct, the best thing about this is it is a dragon, so it does mean that you can hard summon the Magician of Dragon Knight, and it also means that you can basically just use and abuse stuff as well. If your opponent's got a card that's really, really annoying, you can obviously destroy it using the Induct the World Chalice card as well. So it gives you a bit more versatility. We've then got, throwing it on the floor, we've then got the 1 Nightmare Phoenix, the 1 Nightmare Unicorn, and the 1 YUGIOH Apprentice. The majority of stuff you're playing, apart from a hard, is of course going to be dark, so a nice little boost on their attack is always going to be nice. Then for the side deck, because we've got Super Poly, these can come out if you don't want to have them in the main deck. We've got Slime Venom and Mud Dragon, but these can be changed to anything that is relevant for a Super Poly target. Of course, you can Super Poly into your own The Dark Magicians, but you can also use this to go into, like, I believe it's the World Chalice Fusion that requires 3 links. Joe pointed out one really cool the other day as well. The new Ignista card is very good because it requires 1 Cyberse and I think it's 1 Fusion or 1 Link Monster or something like that. So you can actually use your opponent's Trigate and an Appaloosa, so something like that, something along those lines. So it does give you a bit more versatility. There's a lot of cards out that you can use and abuse with Super Poly right now. Super Poly isn't being used heavily, and I completely understand it because it's not like Orcust everywhere, so it's always going to be consistent. But it does mean you can think about it, choose your right targets, and then use them as well. Then we'll go on to the rank 7 play. So we've got the 1 Ibon Illusion, the 1 number 11, and the 1 Red Ice Flare. Now, if you wanted to, you can play Ibon High. The best thing about Ibon High is it allows you to play traps in your hand. So your opponent, like, if you wanted to, you could start going, oh, I'm going to play Crackdown from my hand. I'm going to play Warning from my hand. Anything like that. Very cool card. Very nice interactions, and it can give you a bit more control. Again, that will be the type of version of the deck. The deck has so much versatility. Depending on whether you want to go control, whether you want to go aggro. By aggro, you'll be playing like the fusion spell that you pay 1,000 for the special summon, Dark Magic Veil, and you kind of move plays further forward that way. Then onto the fusions, we've got the 1 Quintet, the 1 Dark Magician, the Dragon Knight, both because we can now technically search out Itemize and the Magical Eye Fusion as well. Magical Eye Fusion we less so because we want it later game when we've got more spellcasts in the graveyard to get its full effects. But this will still be an incredibly hard boss monster for your opponent to deal with. And then of course you've got 2, the Dark Magicians, for that beautiful draw power. Draw, set, play kind of thing. Very cool. And again, if you were to draw into the True Name, play the True Name, as long as you know what your stacks on top of your deck, you can go from there and extend, bring a God out. God can then tribute this and destroy it. Let me just double check. If this card is destroyed, you can special summon. Let me just check. I just want to check what Obelisk says. Cards and effects cannot be activated. Neither player can target this card with card effects once per turn during the phase. Oh, tribute 2 monsters. Such a shame. If it was destroy 2 monsters, can you imagine, like Obelisk, destroy this in itself, nuke your opponent's board, this triggers special summon out of Dark Magician, Dark Magician. Oh well, it's worth it. If that interaction had worked, that would have been very cool. But regardless, still a very fun deck to play. I mean, come on. It's Dark Magician with a God. Like, what's not to love? I'm super psyched. I love that. I absolutely love that. Yeah, so that is it for the Dark Magician deck. I hope you liked it. I hope this gave you a nice little fun look on it. Like I said, I tried to keep it budget for you and tried to give you a couple of ideas that you can play around with. But by all means, if you have any questions, please put them down in the comments below. I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. And yeah, if you want to see any other versions of Dark Magician, like I did it previously. I did like a Dark Magician week where I just did all different variations of Dark Magician and kind of showed them for you. So you like your budget, your full power, your control, all of that. If you want to see those, let me know. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments down below. Yeah, I'm super excited for playing this at locals and then seeing how it does. But a God can really catch your opponent off guard, and it gives Dark Magician the ability to OTK. Obviously, you'd have to set your board up first, then survive, then bring out the God just to finish the board off. But I mean, come on, it's a God card. What more needs to be said? Anyway. I hope you like this little bit of spice. Thank you, Joe. Thank you to the OCG profile. I'll find it and try and put it in the link in the description below as well. Very inspirational and a nice little new mix on Dark Magician. But for now, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. And as always, guys, happy dueling.